If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Lisa Rann, and I am the founder of Social Work Coaching Hub, helping social workers to level up their career and their leadership skills and scale up their business ideas with Social Work Coaching Hub Business Academy. We are celebrating today because I have been awarded for 3 years running now one of the best coaches in Birmingham. So celebrate with me as I've been given that award just today. It's fantastic. So thank you very much for that award. I humbly accept and share a story with you because, as you know, I'm hosting the UK's first National Black and Diverse Safeguarding Professionals Conference. And I want to share a story with you as to how that came to be. Because in my career, over a decade-long career in social work, I've had to navigate challenges of colorism and racism, different types of conflict within the workplace. If you are seeing me for the first time, I am excited to join you. My name is Lisa Rann, and I'm the founder of Social Work Coaching Hub, which helps social workers level up their career and their leadership skills and scale up their business ideas through the Social Work Coaching Hub Business Academy. I'm excited to join you today specifically because this morning I was awarded for the third year in a row one of the best coaches in Birmingham. So we are celebrating together today with this because it's an exciting time for someone to even just know me, know my name, and recognize the work that I do. So I humbly accept the award and I say thank you. I'm joining you today because I want to share my story around colorism and racism that I experienced in my over decade long career in social work. If you know my story, I've worked with children and families for over 25 years now, and latterly in the social care industry. And I've had moments where I truly felt unsupported. I really felt isolated. I didn't know where to go, and I felt singled out. And at one of the times that I was really feeling that, I was dealing with or working with a family where it was a lot of racism within the family, and vicariously that had a significant impact on me, but the support was not there. No matter how much I asked for it, it wasn't there. And it really fueled my resolve to try and seek change by creating a Black social workers group. And a friend of mine who's now sadly passed away, we worked together to put paperwork together and put a proposal together to start this group. And senior management backed it, our managers backed it. But however, when it got higher up the chain, they were not in support of the group. And they asked, several questions, and we answered those questions, and they were still unsatisfied. So we created an appeal, my colleague and we created an appeal, got signatures, got a petition together, including the senior management group, and we were still blocked. And we were just completely dumbfounded as to how there's a group of people, significant number of people saying we need this support, we need this space, but yet it was being shut down. It was being shut down, and that really frustrated me, because this was a place that was saying they were open and willing to have conversations and all of that. And yeah, they were willing to have the conversation, but what was missing was the action. It was the implementation. And this is the kind of first-hand trauma that many of us carry alongside the politics that can happen in the workplace, and the being singled out, and the racism, etc. All of those elements, create what we now term, racial trauma. And a lot of us carry this with us. And for me, it very much deepened as I transitioned more into full-time coaching and set up the social work coaching hub. I coach a lot of Black female coachees, and they are sent to me mainly because they've experienced some form of racial trauma, or they identify with me because I'm from a similar background to them. And they're coming to me saying they feel isolated, they feel they've got nowhere to turn. And the only person that they're trusting with what they're dealing with at that time is me as an independent coach. So this says many things about the workplace in itself, right? That people do not feel safe. They don't feel psychologically safe to express how they feel or to ask for the support that they need within their workplace, right? So they're feeling unsupported, they're paying for independent coaching, and they feel unable to share with their family because they don't necessarily understand the nuances of social work, the nuances of the workplace, the nuances of racial trauma. And it became clear to me that they needed way more than just my support. They needed a community. And that's what sparked the vision to unite Black and diverse professionals from across the UK to share their experiences, address the trauma, and shape solutions together on a national level. No man is an island. And when we have several different islands doing several different things, there comes a time where we have to unite and come together and say, hey, what are we doing here? How can we move this forward as a collective? Because there's power in numbers. We know this, right? So I started to fill my notepad. If you know me well, I always have a notepad knocking around somewhere. And I began to fill my notepad with ideas, thinking, okay, how can we bring professionals from across the country together? And that's when I began to see it. I thought, yes, this is a place where we can share stories, we can discuss practice, we can address some of the traumas, we can create real solutions to help us move forward. My mission, therefore, became creating this safe space. And that's when the UK's first Black and National the UK's first Black and Diverse Safeguarding Professionals Conference came into play. And I could see the potential impact. I started sketching out the ideas. And I had an aha moment and thought, you know something, if just one other person believed in this vision, that's enough to make it real. So I thought, right, how can I put this out there? I created a link, and some of you may have signed up on this link called Register for the Black and Diverse Safeguarding Professionals Conference. And I said to myself, if I get maybe 30 registrants, I've got myself an event and we can pull this together and we can have those conversations and create that safe space. Nothing could prepare me for nearly 200 of you and counting that are registering for this event. And I could feel like I was really onto something, like onto something impactful. So as the registrants turned into buyers, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And it showed me two things. What began as scribbles on a notepad has now united professionals from across the UK. We have Wales in the building, Lincolnshire in the building, Coventry, Solihull, London, several boroughs in London in the building, from Camden to RKBC. I can't remember the other ones. We have Durham in the building, people from down south, they're coming up. We've got Manchester in the building, Birmingham in the building, Sandwell in the building. We have so many different local authorities and professionals from those local authorities that are coming to this event. This is just from notes on a notepad, right? This is just from a place of hearing stories, hearing experiences which were not just similar to mine, but also those individual experiences, and thinking just having my support is not sufficient. We need a community. We need people to gather around to support each other. People need to feel like they're not on their own. Number two, this space is something that was truly needed. And if you're a registrant of this event, you will have been asked the question, you know, why do you want to be in this space? What do you want to get out of it? And this feedback has truly guided me, because the majority have expressed a desire to have a supportive environment. Nothing more than a place to speak where you can connect with people who truly listen and understand. And you want to be with people who identify as being from the Black, diverse, or global majority ethnic groups. You wanted the support. You wanted to hear from those who have experienced these kinds of challenges and racial trauma, colorism, and racism. So simply put, We, and I say we, I'm just a facilitator here, I'm a conduit, right? We are building something meaningful. It's a safe space for real, honest conversations that can be solution focused. And it starts right here with us. You've got an opportunity to be part of this movement and join all of these professionals, have these conversations, share the stories. The UK's first national Black and Diverse Safeguarding Professionals Conference is happening on the 19th of October. It's a Saturday. You got no excuse. You don't have to go to work, right? And we have two types of tickets. We have the standard tickets, which means you can just come straight to the conference and enjoy the exhibitions, which I'll talk about in a moment. Or we've got the VIP where you come to the conference and then after we will have a networking session followed by wine, a 3-course meal, and I can't tell you what it is because I can't show the location, but there'll be some entertainment as well. And that's going to be in like a sky bar area. So it's going to be really exciting that day. Now, let me talk about the Black owned business marketplace. Because that is something that's really dear to my heart following the inception of the Black Pound company. And if you know the Black Pound shop in London, you'll know Swiss, who set up the shop, and there's a whole story around the spending the Black Pound, meaning that we are supporting the Black community by spending with them and supporting their businesses. And it's really been an exciting discovery of all the different Black and diverse businesses that I've come across over the years. And it's just been amazing to meet so many different people with so many different skills, crafts and handmade stuff. It's just been fantastic. And I've always wanted to be able to provide a space for Black owned businesses. And this event is the perfect place to do it. Now, we have all the stalls that are sold out right now, but we have Black owned businesses, and I'm just going to give you a very brief rundown of the type of people that are attending. We've got people who sell authentic African print and material clothing. We've got handmade jewelry. We've got healthcare. We've got hair and skincare, and the list goes on. So it's an opportunity for you to meet Black owned businesses, support their businesses by spending with them, circulating the Black Pound, but also it's an opportunity for you to see how can these businesses and organizations support the work that I'm doing. How can these business and organizations, who can I introduce them to that is going to help support them? And I think it's really important that we're able to marry these two together because it gives an opportunity for those two worlds to collide. So if you're thinking about being part of this event in any way, if you're thinking, something, I think I might want to go to this. Now having a fuller understanding of the backstory to it, it's an opportunity to connect. You can buy a ticket direct from the link or the website socialworkcoachinghub.com/events. If you are an ally, you see yourself as an ally, why don't you offer a ticket? You can offer a ticket to a colleague or a peer, or by all means, send it to me. I can then give it to somebody. I've had people do that for previous events before. They'll reach out to me and say, I will pay for someone to attend your event. Don't need to say that it's from me. And then someone who may not have been able to go, they get to go. And I think that's a lovely gesture. So by all means, send me a message if you'd like to do that. And I would like to shout out Frontline, Durham, Powys, Lincolnshire and Solihull. They've all paid for staff to attend this event and be part of this important moment. So if you are a manager listening to this, or you want to approach your manager listening to this, let them know that there are other authorities out there who are travelling a significant distance to be part of this event. And I think it's important to note that because it shows their commitment to this movement. This movement can't happen without your presence. And that's important to know, that this space is for you. I'm just the person that creates the space. You are the guys that make the space what it is. So it's important that we're sharing, we're talking, and people know about this event, giving them an opportunity to seek that psychological safety that sometimes they can't find when they are in the workplace. If you know me well, you know that my notes are still ongoing. So I don't think that this conference will be the end. This is just the beginning. But understanding my background of some of the racism that I've experienced in the past, in social work and in other professions prior to social work, and being shut down to set up the Black Social Workers Group, being part of Black Social Workers Group, where the real changes that majority are asking for, they're not materialized. You know, having all of these closed doors, and speaking to social workers who seek my coaching because they're suffering from racial trauma, it really has built the foundation to this event. It's given a true opportunity to create a larger space, create a safe space, I would say, for people to come together and have important conversations. I'm so pleased that I've been able to go live with you today. I've had some problems setting this up, so I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed that this is happening. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully I will see you at the conference. My DMs are open if you're open to collaboration and, of course, linking. So go to socialworkcoachinghub.com, email me at info@socialworkcoachinghub.com. And lastly, the reminder is my name is Lisa Rann. I'm the founder of Social Work Coaching Hub, empowering social workers to level up their leadership skills and their career and scale up their business ideas with the Social Work Coaching Hub Business Academy. Thank you for joining me on Lisa Rann's Live Lounge. I will see you soon.